Okay guys, Bernardo for you here and here today with Jason Khalipa, the CrossFit legend. Huge honor for me. And guys, today Jason's going to teach us here how to do a proper squat with dumbbells. Something that everybody can do at home. All you need is a dumbbell, so I'm excited to learn.
Let's go. So look, we're talking about dumbbells, but this could really be any type of external objects. You can use a sandbag, you can use a kettlebell, you can use a dumbbell, you can even use a wall ball, or you can use a barbell. Each one of the implements has different benefits and cons, perhaps. But what we really want to focus on before we get started on anything is we want to demonstrate what we're thinking about when we're squatting. So when we squat, what we're thinking about is that our stance can be shoulder apart. And what this really means is a stable position. So you have a power position, you have a landing position. So a landing position is when my feet are outside my shoulders, about shoulder apart, and I'm in this brace position here. From this position, what I think about is sitting back and down like I'm getting onto a chair. I slowly descend, working the full range of motion of my hips and knees, and then I stand back up again. So again, let's watch this one more time. I'm in this position. I slowly descend down as if I'm sitting back into a chair. My low back is flat. My weight is towards my heels. I hit my range of motion. I drive back up again.
Can I try?
Yeah. So let's start with your stance. Good. Now first step, let's just take it step by step then. Let's just do this first and foremost. Let's bring our arms up. Let's just slowly pretend like you're gonna sit down on a chair and stop right there. Good, stop for a second. Send your hip back a little bit more. Right there, get your chest up, right there, hold. This is the way we initiate the squat. The reason why that's important is that it starts to recruit your posterior chain. So unlike some people, if you wanna initiate this way, this starts to take out all the power.
Yeah.
So you wanna be here to recruit all the power. So that's number one. Okay, now you got that. Now, once you get that, the next thing you want to do is think about your knees. So what you're thinking about is you're here, one. Okay, cool, I got it. Now the next thing is, if my knees cave in, you have this sheer force where your knees start to look like that. That just doesn't look healthy. So what I want to think about is this, this. So let's try again. I'm going to have you do two things. 1, 2. Let's try that. So slow down. 1, stop. Good. Now pretend like you're hitting my hands with your knees. Good, right? Now, hold it there. Good. Now, that's 1, 2. Now make sure your weight is towards your heels. Now slowly descend down a little bit more. Stop right there, hold. Now get your chest up a little bit more. Good, and slowly stand up. Good, so turn to the side a little bit so we have a different camera angle.
Yep, side.
Yeah, right there. So slowly send your hip back and down. Stop right there, good. So what I'm thinking about, low back is flat, that neutral spine we were talking about. Now, knees track out as you squat down. Slow, slow, stop right there, good. You stay your knee, drive these out a little bit harder, good. Now here, now bring your arms up, good. 1, 2, 3, slow, 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 slow. Keep going down, stop right, hold it right there. Fight for that. You feel that tension, and then slowly drive up. Good, let's try again. So, right, keep this up, keep this tight, keep your knees out, slow, hit that range of motion and drive up. So now, we're working points of performance, okay? What we're thinking about, weight is in my heels to recruit here, hinge here, chest is up, knees are out. These are all fundamentals, okay? Once you've developed your fundamentals in the air squat, you could then transition. And there's a ton of things you could do. You could hold it in like a goblet position, which is here. You could also hold a kettlebell this way. And what this actually does, it gives you a counterbalance. So as you squat, it actually, for some people, makes it a little bit easier. Now, what I like to think about, especially if you're a beginner, is this called tempo. I would highly recommend this. A tempo could be 1, 2, 3, 1, 1, 1, 2, 3, 1, 1. You could do it this way, goblet. You could do it this way, front rack. Or you can get 2 of them and hold it in this position here. So let's see how you look with a goblet.
Second, so you have the option to do this.
Yep.
This.
Or
2 doubles.
Yeah, you can do 2. Or you can put on your back. There's a ton of options. So you can put your hands like this.
Like this?
Like, why does that look so weird? Like this.
Okay, I got it.
Yeah, like that. Yeah. Now, try tempo. So 3 down, 1 hold, 1 up. 1, 2, 3, hold. That's 1, and drive up. Good. Slow it down. 1, 2, 3, hold, and drive up. Good. Do it again. This time initiate a little bit more with your hip back. Slow, slow. 1, 2, 3, hold, and drive up. So what we're thinking about here, right, is there's really 2 ways. There's a variety of ways to gain strength, but in particular, you have 2. One is time under tension, and one's gonna be max lifts, right?
Yep.
We don't need to go super, super heavy all the time, especially if you're going with dumbbells. They're just kind of tough to go super heavy compared to a barbell. But what you can do is do time under tension. So it's 1, 2, 3, your body's resisting, you're fighting hard to hold positions. In particular, when you're using dumbbells, it's a phenomenal tool. Hold 2 right here, 1, 2, 3, 1, and then back up.
Sorry, so when you do barbell, that's the time you go crazy on weights?
I don't think you go crazy on weights at all.
Oh, or barbell. Okay,
Yeah, even not at all. Like, I mean, I'm at a point in my life where I don't go for 1 rep maxes ever. I only do 3s and 5s.
So you focus more on timing than actually on weight.
Yeah, or if I'm going for 3s and 5s, I want to go heavy, I will, and I'll just go 1, 1. But for the most part, I do a lot of tempo training. Again, tempo is just basically a fancy way of saying slow.
Yep.
And I rarely, if ever though, go slow on like the way back up.
I got it.
So you could tempo deadlifts, you could tempo presses, you could tempo all kinds of stuff. But in general, for squats, I'll tempo down and fast up to teach my body to get out of the hole.
Got it. No, yeah, man, that's incredible. And as I said on another videos, I love how you build the fundamentals and you go from the easy to the hard. And also, like, I'm learning this new concept here that you really focus on time instead of on weights. I think people focus on weights because it's associated with ego.
Of course.
Right? They want to tell how much they lift, but you leave the ego on the side and you focus on the performance and then on the time. And
especially if you're an athlete and you're competing in sports, or if you're a person, if you want to mitigate your risk of injury, in my opinion, utilizing tempo as a way to get more time under tension and more strain and more adaptation, I think is a better alternative to going super heavy. Now, if you're trying to go compete in weightlifting, go do you. But for most people, most of the time, I think 3s and 5s and tempos are a great way to get adaptation, build strength without going too heavy.
No, and I love it because I believe that most of the audience are regular people who want to work out at home and this and that. So I think you're speaking to them.
Yeah, so move with good fundamentals, focus on tempo. Tempo also then reinforces good technique. So let's just say I'm here and I have my dumbbells and they're up and I'm going fast. Like let's just say I'm kind of going fast. That's fine. But if I start to slow down, I start saying to myself, okay, is my hip back? Are my knees out? Is my chest tall? Am I feeling in my low back kind of good strength, kind of holding that position? Where do I feel the tension? How are my hips? Boom, back up again. You could kind of coach yourself through positions to ensure that you're maintaining good ones versus going fast. And it's not the only way, it's just another way.
Yeah, no, and again, I love it that you have a dumbbell, you can do hundreds of workouts with the dumbbell, and squat is a great one.
Squat's great.
Yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed, guys. Thank you, Jason.